and we have a couple recognitions. And we're going to start with Councilwoman Valerie Cartwright, and she's going to bring up someone that has written a children's book about about a special disease, and I'll let you explain the rest.
Absolutely. Samantha Barone, come on up. Is your cousin Madison here? Okay, no problem. Yes, stand right here. Thank you. So Samantha Barone has achieved the rank of Gold Award winner through the Girl Scouts. Samantha wrote a children's book about a rare disease called Moya Moya. This is a subject that is important to Samantha because at 9 years old, she was diagnosed with this disease. Moya Moya disease is a rare progressive vascular disorder in which the carotid artery in the skull becomes blocked or narrowed, reducing blood flow to the brain. Tiny blood vessels then open at the base of the brain in an attempt to supply the brain with blood. The word moya moya means puff of smoke in Japanese, a term describing the appearance of the cluster of the tiny blood vessels. So she and her family struggled to find information on this disease when she was diagnosed. All they can do is Google the descriptions of the disease and images, and quite frankly, as anyone can imagine, that's pretty frightening. She eventually had to have a surgery at Boston Children's Hospital and wanted to help those who might be facing the disease. So she wrote the book called Moya Moya and donated many copies of her book to the Boston Children's Hospital and the Yorkie House to benefit children who have the disease. She did so through fundraising in her school and community. She actively recycled bottles and cans. She raised that money to publish the book in December of 2018, and with the help of her parents was able to get it published. The book and her efforts won her the Gold Award Project for the Girl Scouts of Suffolk County. And her talented cousin, who cannot be here today, Madison Fiorentino, illustrated the book. So here's the book, Moya Moya. If we can give her a round of applause for that. But that's not it. She's such a talented young lady. And Samantha, who had been the recipient of a wish fulfilled by Make-A-Wish, Suffolk County, has been volunteering with them and coordinated a fundraiser between her school and Macy's Believe campaign, wherein Samantha got the students at her Newfield High School to write letters for the Macy's fundraiser, which donates $1 for each letter. She donated the letters on a double dollar day and brought in $18,000 for the Make-A-Wish. And there's more. She was inducted into the National Honor Society at the end of her sophomore year and is also a member of the Foreign Language Honor Society, Spanish is her language, and she was president of the Newfield SAD Club, Students Against Destructive Decisions. And last but not least, she's the treasurer of Newfield's Environmental Club, where they sold reusable shopping bags to raise funds to buy recycling bins for the classrooms and collected recyclables every Thursday. She was the vice president of the Newfield High School-Wide General Organization Student Council, and the Newfield High School in the Middle Country School District named her October 2018 Student of the Month. She is amazing. So we can give her a round of applause. Thank you, Samantha. And you live in Councilman Laval's district, so we are presenting this from the entire town board, but both of us wanted to say congratulations personally. And did you want to say a few words, Samantha? No. No. And would you like your parents to come on up with you so we can take a picture? The book is available? Yeah, tell the people. Oh, yeah. She's going to tell where the book is available.
The book isn't available to buy, but it's at Boston Children's Hospital for everyone who is on that floor to see. They can go and they can look at it while they're at the hospital.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And come on up, parents. I know that she couldn't have done this without you and your support. Thank you. Thank you. Come on over here. Go right over here. And we have a presentation for you, Samantha. And this is it's a certificate of congratulations and appreciation signed by every elected official here in the town of Brookhaven. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Good job, Mom and Dad.
There are a lot of government programs out there. Some of them have value and some may not. One of the most valuable government programs is Meals on Wheels. It is a program that helps seniors, many of whom are homebound, get delivered a meal sometimes a hot meal, most of the time. And it's not only the meal, it's the visit. Many of these seniors don't have anyone to visit them. Their spouse has died, they're alone, their family isn't nearby. Meals on Wheels is a great program. And I only wish every government program could have such value and such meaning to people that it serves. And I'm going to turn this over to Jane because we're going to honor someone who has worked very hard in that program.
Thank you, Supervisor Romaine. I'd like to bring up Anne Moran from Sound Beach. Come on up, Anne. Those of you that are watching Channel 18 can't see the audience is full of Anne Moran fan club members.
Raise your hand.
And her fabulous son, Joseph, is here as well. Anne, Supervisor touched on it, Anne has been delivering Meals on Wheels for 26 years. And it's not just a meal. It's about companionship, it's about fellowship, and it's about meeting people and spending time with people that are truly isolated. This is just one of the many things that Anne does in her retirement. She was a longtime teacher in the Rocky Point School District, fabulously recognized and admired for that. She is a wonderful civic board member, member of the gardening club, maintains with some volunteers the Veterans Memorial in the square in Sound Beach. She's a member of the Sound Beach Fire Department Ladies Auxiliary. I could go on and on and on. But it really makes my heart feel so full. Anne is always doing for others. It makes me feel so good to do something for Anne. So we have a proclamation for you, Anne, from the whole entire town board. Now, don't let this go to your head. Today is Anne Moran Day in the town of Brookhaven. Joseph, come on up, hon. We're going to take a picture. Do you want to why don't you tell a little bit about Meals on Wheels?
I think Meals on Wheels is such a valuable program that the town runs. The food is just a small part of it. It's somebody is checking on our clients every day. In some cases, I take out their garbage, bring in their mail, take their mail, just sit and chit-chat if possible. I've met wonderful, wonderful people through the years. Sometimes it's been a life experience for them because the only way they get out of Meals on Wheels is either they suddenly have a miraculous recovery or they pass into a better place. But it's a fabulous program, and I want to thank the board for continuing to support it. It's so valuable, and I know there are many other seniors out there that could be receiving the services, but are not necessarily aware of it. So the more we can publicize Meals on Wheels, whether you just recovering from surgery and just need short-term assistance, or if it's for long-term assistance, it's a wonderful, wonderful program, and I've been very blessed to be able to do it for the 20-plus years and have met wonderful, wonderful people. Thank you to the board. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to smile now.
Program. Keep supporting it. Thank you. Thank you.
Councilwoman Bonner has another award to give out. We have the largest coastline of any town in the state of New York because we have the Sound, we have the bays, and we have the ocean. Our coastlines are important to us, and just like every other part of Brookhaven, we want to keep it clean. And Councilwoman Bonner is going to acknowledge some people that helped out with a cleanup of Cedar Beach.
Thank you, Supervisor. I mean, Councilman Laval is going to do this with me. As the residents, Kayla and Iris Rosenhagen, come on up, live in his council district, right in front. How are you? They contacted Councilman Laval. They wanted to do a beach cleanup, and they had really giant, grand ideas. So big that Kevin and I decided to meet ahead of time to try to strategize how we were going to handle what the girls were going to request. But we really had nothing to worry about, because these two ladies, let me tell you something, are two of the most impressive young ladies I've ever met, really, truly, in my whole life, as a parent, as a resident of Brookhaven, as a former school board member, as a former civic member. They created a slogan, the Beach Bucket Brigade. What was the other part of it? What was in the frame? A better tomorrow. What was? Buckets to borrow for a better tomorrow. They fundraised so successfully, they were able to raise $500 to buy prizes for their beach bucket bingo game for whatever garbage or thing that you found on the beach that matched a bingo board. They had environmental prizes to give away, things that were good for our environment, not bad for our environment. They did a graph of what was picked up on the beach, the most of each item, what was picked up on the beach. Disturbingly, on our beach of Cedar Beach, something that's not allowed was the most thing that was picked up: cigarette butts. No smoking at Cedar Beach, but they picked up the most cigarette butts there. They did it over a 2-day period. They had mermaids. They had families participating. They had prizes. The local newspaper, Times-Beacon Record, came and profiled them and did a story on them. They planned this all on their own. The town of Brookhaven was just a support service for them. Like I said, we are so fortunate and so blessed in Brookhaven to have some really great volunteers. Anne Moran, Kayla and Iris, and thousands of other people that are unsung heroes that make Brookhaven a better place to live. So we wanted to bring them to town board so the residents of Brookhaven that watch Channel 18 and Anne Moran's fan club could meet Kayla and Iris and see what wonderful young ladies they are and how accomplished they become. So we have, girls, did you want to talk a little bit about it, or did anybody want to say anything?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, all right, so thank you. All this would not have been possible without the help of the town, of course. So Beach Bucket Brigade is a program. It's geared to pretty much just make cleaning up the beach and helping our environment fun for kids and families. So yeah, this wouldn't have been possible without you guys. And yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. All I wanted to say is that we are very happy to have over 120 participants over the 2 days, August 2nd and August 3rd. And we cleaned up over 8,000 pieces of litter. So, thank you so much. Thank you.
There you go.
So Iris?
That would be me.
Kayla, we just, making sure you know who you were. Today is Kayla and Iris Day in the town of Brookhaven. You get to share it with Ann. Mom and Dad, did you want to come up? We have pictures that we can send you. Come on up, Mom and Dad.
Mom over your dad over there. There you go, right there.
You're very
There you go. Thank you. Great job. Great job.
Here,
And they know Town Attorney Marie Michelle.
And finally, tonight, Councilman Legurcio has an award to present. The one thing we learn if we live a long life is that everyone has special talents and brings something different. And for those who live a good life, we try to look into people's hearts and find the things that they bring, because everyone has a different contribution to make. We're going to honor our Disability Task Force for their ability to ensure that those who have special needs have an opportunity to contribute.
Thank you, Supervisor. Marlene, Cliff, would you please join me up here? You know, thank you. Cliff, please come up. As the supervisor said a few moments ago, there are so many wonderful, wonderful programs in the town of Brookhaven, but some of these programs actually touch people personally. And through the Disability Task Force, they were able, through their care and compassion, to help people that normally wouldn't be able to do some of the things that they actually do. So please, on behalf of the entire town board, Cliff, Marlene, we want to say thank you. Thank you for helping those folks, and thank you for what it is that you do. So we have a small token of our appreciation, certificate here, just to say thank you, signed by the entire town board, and we very much appreciate it, you know, what you've done. So thank you so much.
Thank you for all you do.
Oh, can I say something?
Yes, absolutely.
I want to make the town of Brookhaven the most accessible town in the world. So help me do it, okay?